studies note. Today we will be discussing some important questions on induction machine, so which are useful for various exams like KPTCL, JESCOM, Transco, Genco, Discom, etc. So let's get started. We have question: a 50 Hz 3-phase induction motor has a full load speed of 1440 rpm. The number of poles of an induction motor is dash. So they have given options as 4, 6, 12, 8. Let's solve this. So we have for speed formula ns equals to 120 f by p. So we have to find this p. So we know that induction motor rotates at a slightly less than the synchronous speed, that is 1500 rpm. So here 1500 is equals to 120 into 50 Hz. They have given frequency. From here we can find the poles. So poles equals to 120 into 50 divided by 1500. So 12 5 is 6000 and it will become 1500. So here 2 zeros goes, 15 4s are 60. So poles equals to 4. So option A will be the answer. So here is the next question. Under blocked rotor condition, the frequency of rotor currents in a 50 Hz 3-phase induction motor is dash. So they have given options as A very low, B very high, C 50 Hz, about 50 Hz. So here we know that under blocked rotor condition, speed of rotor is 0, that is NR is 0. Then slip S will be unity. So for rotor frequency, FR equals to slip times of supply frequency. So here the slip is unity. So FR equals to Fs. So that is 50 Hz only. So option C will be the answer. So here we have a next question. At slip equals to 0, the torque of an induction motor is dash. So options they have given 0 equal to the full load, C very high and nearly 0. So for this we have to draw the torque slip characteristics curve. So let's draw that. So here torque, this side it will be slip. So it will be, this will be maximum torque T max, and this will be slip at maximum torque. Here S equals to 0. Here S equals to 1. So here by looking at this torque slip characteristic curve, at slip equals to 0, the torque of an induction motor does not produce any electromagnetic torque. So it will be 0. So we have a next question. A 3-phase induction motor takes a line current of 30 amps when started by direct switching. If star delta starter is used, the line current would be dash. So they have given options as A 30 amps, B 17.32, C 10 amps and D 5 amps. So let's solve this. So we know that starting torque in star delta starter, starting torque, that is starting torque in star delta starter reduced to 1/3 of its full load torque, reduced to its full load torque. So similarly the starting current in star delta starter is also reduced to 1/3 of its full load current. So that is IST equals to 1/3 times of I full. So we have 1 by 3. They are given line current as 30 amps. So here 30, 3 goes 10 so we get 10 amps as the answer. So option C will be the answer. We have a next question. In a 3-phase induction motor, starting torque will be maximum when where R2 is rotor resistance and X2 is rotor reactance. So they have given options as R2 is 1 upon X2, R2 equals to X2, R2 equals to X2 square, R2 equals to under root X2. So we have one condition, that is at maximum torque. This you have to remember, maximum torque ST max R2 divided by X2. This you have to remember. As we know that at starting slip will be unity of 1. Starting slip is 1. So therefore R2 divided by X2 equals to 1. So from this R2 equals to X2. So starting torque will be maximum when R2 equals to X2. So option B will be the answer. So we have a next question. The rotor input to a 3-phase 50 Hz 400 volts 4-pole induction motor is 60 kW and its stator losses are 1 kW. If this motor is running at a 4% slip, the rotor copper losses is dash. So they have given options as a 1.18 kW, 2.36 kW, 0.18 kW and 0.36 kW. So let's solve this. They have given power input of induction motor as 60 kilowatt. Here they have given. So stator losses 1 kilowatt they have given. So rotor input will be power input minus stator losses, that is 60 kilowatt minus 1, that will be 59 kilowatt. So we know that in power flow diagram we have a relation rotor input PI, rotor copper losses PCU and PG gross mechanical power output. So for this we have relation, that is 1 is to S is to 1 minus S. So rotor copper losses divided by rotor input is equals to S by 1 from this relation. So here what we have to find? The rotor copper losses. So rotor copper losses equals to slip times of rotor input. So slip they are given as 0.04 into rotor input, just now we calculated 59 kilowatt. So on solving this we get 2.36 kilowatt as the answer. So option D will be the answer. Thank you for watching. For more videos please subscribe to our channel.